Hello, I am Jay the Stingray, and this is WTF Reviews, and this is going to be Battlefield Earth, considered by some to be one of the worst movies ever made. Seriously, what the fart, right? What the fart? 2000 is when this film was released. Full disclosure, I saw this fucker in the theater, like opening weekend. I think I was dragged to it. I think I may have been on vacation and went and saw this. I don't really remember wanting to see it or anything, but saw it, and I don't remember hating the movie very much. I just remember it being rather boring. And when you watch this film, something that becomes apparent really quickly is that whoever was involved in the design of this thing was they were obviously trying to do some sort of a Star Wars thing, because the creatures, whatever the fuck they're called, John Travolta's whatever he is, they look a lot like Klingons. They've got the weird everybody in this movie's got like braids. They've all got braids and just fucking dreadlocks and stuff like that. So whoever was doing it was obviously trying to create something similar to Star Trek, I think, as far as that. But what this film basically is a, from what I can tell, is like a Scientologist, because this is written by L. Ron Hubbard. It was a book, and there's a lot of stuff behind how the book was able to get such a, I think it was on the bestseller list for a little while. I think there's a lot of allegations that they were other Scientologists buying this book over and over again is how it was able to get there. But anyway, that's besides the point. But stars John Travolta, one of the main Scientologists, in the religion. I guess you'd call it a religion. But this whole film is like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, let's see. It stars John Travolta, Forrest Whitaker, Barry Pepper, my dog. I'm a big fan of Barry Pepper. I love a lot of his movies. And I'd forgotten that he was in this until I watched it again. Jeez, man, where do you get started on this thing? I'm not going to talk about the fucking plot because it's ridiculous. Apparently, this is in the future, and apparently humans have gotten really stupid again. And it's almost like this is the year 3000. Okay, so people are basically reverted back. They've devolved, and they're not nearly as smart as they were. And everybody looks like a caveman. Everybody's got shaggy dreads, and they're all dirty and everything. And oh man. So Barry Pepper's the main dude there, and there's this alien race. That's what John Travolta is, and he and Forrest Whitaker is kind of like his right hand man. And they've got these dreads and this weird shit all over their face. And they've got boots that look like the boots that Kiss wore. They've got inclines, or what do you call it? Platforms of I don't know. It's like a foot platform. So they're a shitload taller than the people, but their bodies look the same. There's just a lot their torsos are exactly the same proportion to the human, which is kind of funny to me. They've just got these huge. I mean, it's like lifts. I don't know. It's at least this much. So these huge lifts on their boots. And they're going down to capture the humans, which I think they call them dog people or dog man or something, man dogs. And they're going to capture them so they can go and mine coal or something like that. Anyway, they're trying to capture these people, make them be their slaves to do whatever bidding they want. And there's a whole other side of this thing with the politics of John Travolta and his bosses. There's a whole bunch of politics there. I don't even want to get into it. Anyway, it's stupid. All that being said, I don't hate this movie as much as I probably should. I was still able to watch it. I would still recommend watching this movie if you haven't seen it. I was able to watch it and at least get some entertainment out of it. I wouldn't say it's awful, but it is what the fuck is going on the whole time. There's lots of really bad CGI in there. There's CGI bullets. It's just people being shot and they're just shaking, and they, put the bullets in post, and looks really stupid. And you know, when they were making this film, they were like, "Oh man, this is gonna be the next. This is gonna be the next big thing, man. This is gonna be the next Battlestar Galactica. This is gonna be the next Star Wars or Star Trek, whatever." I can only imagine them on set, like, man, this is gonna be a fucking amazing piece of cinema we got coming out here. Some positive things I say about the film: the props and all of the set design do look, pretty cool, and they look real. They don't look cheap or anything. Let's see, what else can I say? Forrest Whitaker's in there. Even when he's got all the makeup on, he's got his little squint eye going, his little cock eye. Let's see. I don't know. Film's not awful. I'd recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it. It's yeah, you got a lot of stars in it, and John Travolta's kind of a laughingstock these days, but he was a pretty big deal back when this movie came out, and I think this was a record-setting loss at one time. This may have beat out Waterworld or something as far as the worst box office. But another thing I wanted to mention about the plot is John Travolta's character. Oh, gee, what is his name in this fucking movie? Terry, whatever the fuck it is. He makes a reference to hell, which I thought was interesting because they don't know really anything about the humans. There's one funny part when they're trying to entice the humans to make them work harder, so they put these little button cameras on Barry Pepper and some of his buddies, and they run off. They think they've escaped, and they've got little cameras on them, and they're trying to figure out what's their favorite food so they can make them do stuff. They offer this food to them, and they'll work harder or whatever. And they're starving, so they come across, and the first thing they find is a rat, and they're like, "Oh, that's their favorite food. They're eating that rat. Otherwise, they wouldn't be eating it right now." And as soon as they got loose, they ate rat. So they keep trying to offer the rats to them, which is pretty funny. Oh, and they've got this fucking machine that it shoots thoughts into your face. So they put Barry Pepper in there. They're trying to communicate with him. So they're trying to make him learn their language. So they shoot this. It's like shooting light into his eyes, and that makes him smarter. So Barry Pepper becomes the leader of all these, learns all of their secrets, how their weapons work and everything, and then teaches his people, and they lead a revolution, whatever. But I don't know. There's just so many things I could say about this movie. What do you guys think? I'd like to hear what some other people say about this movie. I saw it, didn't think a whole lot about it, and then, here a few years later, everybody's saying it's the worst thing ever made. So, kind of curious. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. What the fart, man?